So this is Wabi Palawanga once again, Radio Palawanga. So today on this broadcast, we're just going to talk about some random philosophical ideas. I mean, it's just me right now. Mrs. Jupi Chachigwa Palawanga is absent at the moment. But yeah, I mean, what I wanted to talk about is just basic philosophy on life. I mean, let's just talk about let's say success. I mean, let's define success. What do you view as that point where you've reached what you've been looking for? You know what I mean? To me, success is of course you start off with happiness. You start off with it's when you're content where you're at. When you're at a point where you've got everything that you need, everything that you desire. You know what I mean? So in order to get there, we can't think small. We can't, be local thinkers. We have to be universal. We have to understand that we don't know. We know close to nothing when it comes to science, when it comes to the laws of life, basically. I mean, so once you have that understanding that you don't know anything, at that point, you can gain that drive and that desire to learn new things. But if you're trying to learn new things, you can't go in there because you know what I mean. That's why you have to have the mindset where you understand that you don't know everything, you don't know much. Because if you go into, say, a class, for example, a teacher's teaching us a particular topic that you think you know everything on, you're going to be sitting there and because you already feel like you know everything, you may not pay attention to most of the stuff he says. You may try to correct him on some of the things that he's saying, but if you go in there with an open mind and you understanding that you really don't know much, or even if you do know a lot about the subject, if you go in there with the mind frame that you're there to learn and that you're there with an open mind, then you're learning a lot more. It's basic principles of learning. So that's the same way with mental conditioning. You know how people when you're born, you're taught certain things, you're taught right and wrong, or but what you're taught, right and wrong, is all perception. So what you're taught is what someone else believes in. So you're taught to believe in what they believe in. You don't really get to form your own theses and your own ideas on what you feel is realistic, on what you feel is right and wrong. So I mean that's definitely like I said, that just an open mind is definitely something that is necessary in life, period. So say, for example, I mean, just to go touch back on the mental conditioning, say, for example, you have this scientist who has a subject that he got this subject at birth, and he put this person in a gray room all their life. They've never left that room, stuck in that room. He'll come in there and give him his meal. Every day it's the same thing. For breakfast, same thing for lunch, same thing for dinner, right? That's all he knows. The scientist teaches him that that's all there is to eat. That the food, everything that he's getting, just the three variations of meals, that's all there is out there to consume. That there's nothing else out there besides the gray room that the little boy's been living in, that the subject's been living in all his life. So every other day he'll come in there and teach him some new lessons, right? Say, for example, the scientist taught the boy that the color that we know as red is blue. So the boy thinks that color red is actually blue all his life. Once he does get released, say, for example, he does get out the box he'll get out of the box and he'll hit society and he'll say, hey man, you have a nice blue shirt on. And the man says, no, I have a red shirt on. And the boy says, no, it's blue. I know it's blue. Because he's stuck in that mindset. Nobody can tell him anything because he feels like he knows it all. He feels like, he's going to go off what his teacher taught him. But instead, if the boy gets out and he has an open mind, and he's ready to, he understands that he doesn't know anything. Everything he's been taught has been crap. Then he'll be able to survive. He'll be able to make it. So when the boy approaches that same person with an open mind, he'll say, hey man, you have a nice blue shirt on. The man's going to say, no, it's red. He's going to be like, really? What makes it red? He'll come in there with an open-ended question, and he'll try to learn and figure out, get other people's perspectives on things. There's always multiple sides to every story.